Morning, it's Brentley here from Huckabones. We're going to look at our enclosed cargo trailers today. We carry two brands, Weberlane and Legend, along with the 4 series behind me here. So there's 4 different trailer styles you can buy. So we'll go through the standard features on those, some upgrades that we've done on these stock models, and then we can go from there on helping you order the one you need or maybe the right ones in stock. Alright, so we're going to start today with looking at the 2 brands that I mentioned. Weberlane is on my left, Legend's on my right. The reason we stock these 2 brands is Weberlane offers us a steel frame aluminum side trailer, and Legend will offer us an all aluminum frame trailer along with aluminum side. So a little bit of difference on the steel frame will be a little heavier, the aluminum frame will be lighter of course, but a little more money. So that could sway your decision that way. But we'll dive into this Weberlane and look over the specs. So we'll start on the standard features of this Weberlane trailer. Again, Weberlane is going to be a steel frame aluminum side of what we're going to stock here at Huckabones. Do they make aluminum frame? Yes, but we have the Legends for that reason. Steel frame trailer, this is a 6 wide, 6 tall, and 10 foot long. And they're going to measure a little differently from Legend. Their wedge nose is a 2-foot nose is what they call it. So you actually have 10 plus the V. So this will be 11 foot 10 on the inside dimensions. 6 wide, 6 tall is your standard. Yes, you can upgrade to higher heights, but they are an option. Nice feature on the side door is a cam latch. A lot of the trailers, that's an upgrade. So Weberlane makes that a standard where you can lock that side door with a cam bar. Back end is going to be a barn door setup standard. You can upgrade to ramps. It is an extra cost, but they do offer both styles of barn door or ramps. Again, white or black are your standard colors. They do have other colors to offer at an added cost, but this is their 2 standard colors that they do at their base pricing. And again, they do a little bit of slope nose on the front for aerodynamics. The wedge nose, of course, is for aerodynamics mainly. You do gain a little bit extra space, but the aerodynamics plays a bigger factor there. So we're going to look at the second trailer we got. We got 3 Legend trailers coming up in the video. This is going to be your entry level. Your starting point is the Thunder series. So this is going to be a price point aluminum trailer. I would say, if you're looking at trailer to trailer, you're probably going to spend $2,500 more on aluminum versus a steel frame in the same standard features or same features across the board of framing or doors or etc. The reason that you'd spend that more money is longevity. It's a lighter trailer to haul, so that's better on fuel economy. That's better with a smaller vehicle to haul. It gives you more payload with that same axle because it is lighter. Your gross weight, of course, you got to take off the trailer weight to find your payload. So that's an added feature on your money. And then again, steel will rust with our salt on the roads up here for our climate. So aluminum gives you that added longevity of the trailer ownership and looking good. So lots of reasons to buy an aluminum trailer. This here will go to a torsion axle instead of a spring like the steel frame head. So a little better axle. This trailer specifically is a 7 wide, so it's going to come 6'6" tall. So a little height difference in this trailer from the last one, but that's not a standard across the board. Depending on what size you go, you could have a 6-foot tall trailer in this series. You're going to have your LED lights and your stone guard and your 2-inch ball and your flat 4 wiring and all that. You can add brakes to any of these trailers to help the payloads out or to give you added braking power with smaller vehicles. It is nice when you are maxing out the payload, but they are a 3,500 pound axle on these standard, and you could even upgrade to heavier axles or tandems if you need to go more payload than that. Third trailer, second Legend we got is a Legend flat top series. Again, this is going to be probably the bang for buck trailer. This is going to be the most popular trailer we stock. It's a great value trailer with a heavier build than the Thunder. All the Legends are going to have your 30-inch side door, an RV style door, which is going to have a locking latch, similar to a camper style where it has a deadbolt and lock the handle, not the cam bar like the Weberlane. You're going to have a 3-foot V nose, we'll call it. The others I call it a wedge nose because they're a little bit more aggressive and tapered that way, where this is going to be more pointy. So we talked about Weberlane, having the frame size plus the V in their measurements. Legend does it the other way. So this is a 15-foot long trailer they call it, but they include the 3-foot nose. So this is really a 12 plus 3. So just watch that with whoever manufacturer you're looking at of getting their square footage inside on the specs and not just assuming that this is a 15-foot plus the V, where Weberlane would be with just just looking at the two specs. So we got 12 plus a V in this. We got 6'6" tall again. This is their standard height in a 7 wide. We're going to go to some upgrades from the Thunder are the framework mostly. You know, I mean, you get a little nicer look of 24-inch stone guard and, you know, the fit and finish on the trim. You're going to go to a torsion axle that the other one had, but now you got aluminum rim. The other one has steel rim standard. But the main thing is your frame. So you got a 3x6 main tongue on a flat top. You got 2x4 main frame around the perimeter, but you're also going to go to 16-inch centers on your walls and your ceiling. So a little more reinforcement all the way around on the bottom side and top from a Thunder. A little nicer dressed up rim than the Thunder. And again, yes, you're going to jump up the $2,000 to $2,500 in the same, you know, size trailer, but the features are going to be there for longevity of this trailer to last a little longer when you're hauling it, again, at full capacity and using it every day of the week. This is a great contractor series trailer or just a full use trailer that's going to last you a long time. We got our fourth trailer, our last trailer from Legend. This is the most deluxe trailer. That's why they call it the deluxe. So this is going to be your beautiful chrome sided looking trailer. That's what you're paying for. That's why we call the flat top the bang for buck trailer. It's got all the essentials that you want in structure, framework, and all this. This you're going to be, I would say, on approximately $1,000 more for the same size trailer and spec trailer as a flat top, but you're going to get the added looks to this. So the looks include, you got a 16-inch side Prevost siding, they'll call it, which is your chrome at the bottom of the trailer. You got your RV radius chrome top on your corners and your front V-nose, and then your last thing is your accent stripe up the side of the trailer on a 45 that says the beautiful Legend word in it there. That's what you're getting in the deluxe series, along with a few little features from the flat top. But that's the main thing. You're buying this for the looks. So 3x6 main frame, 2x4 perimeter frame, you know, your 16-inch centers. They have it on a couple spots here. They actually go to a 24-inch on the roof. They keep the 16s on the sides. And the reason why is they have two stringers running lengthwise on this deluxe series because the radius top, they need to do that. So you actually go to 24s, but you have more reinforcement because of those long stringers. So don't be thinking that they move backwards on their structure. It's still stronger than the flat top at 16. So same self-mating door and ramp on the back, which we'll go to that in a second, of highlighting some options on these and highlighting the doors, just showing you the difference. But yes, we talked about some colors. So this is a charcoal gray. We've looked at white and black and the other two. Legend's other standard colors are a silver frost, a pewter, which is a medium gray between the two silver frost and charcoals, and then a red. They do have lots of options on features that we'll go over, but also colors of orange and greens and burgundies and all that. And you can check that out on legendmfginc.com. And they've got a great options page that show you all your options. Pictures of most of those options are there, and you can really decide what you need for your trailer. All right, we're just going to point out a couple of the features on these trailers that we have in stock that we do as add-ons. They aren't a standard, so if you are pricing Legend somewhere else or another trailer somewhere else, then maybe this is something that you have to ask about if it comes standard or if it is an option. But the first one we're going to go with is the side step. You know, it's not a big difference on which height from inside. It's not a true 7-inch step like you're used to of going into your home or anything, but the difference of stepping all the way down, which is about 16 inches, the floor height, all the way down, that's what makes the brake a little bit nicer for getting in and out. So the side step is a nice little add-on that we try and do on our trailers when we order them, and it just gives a little bit nicer feature there. The other is a side vent is a standard thing, but this is what they call their Salem two-way vent. So this is going to open from either side, but you're going to do your side vents opposite corners. So the other one's at the top, you know, roadside corner, and this is at the bottom curbside corner, and that's going to create cross flow in here. Why you want side vents is more for if you're hauling around engines. So if you've got a snowmobile, a four-wheeler, a motorcycle, etc., something that's got gasoline in there, you want the airflow in there for the ventilation of those fumes. The roof vents are nice for if you're stationary. So if you're going to be in the trailer, you know, using it as a little bit of a camper or a little bit of a shelter, you know, you have it at storage at home, that's when a roof vent comes into play because it just lets the heat out the top. These are more for when you're moving down the road. So this is a little bit of upgraded aluminum vent versus a plastic vent, but you can open and close this either way, that it can suck in air or just let it out. And the same with, you know, if it is raining or snowing, then you're maybe not sucking in or the weather, but that kind of thing. So, and then we'll move to the back ramp. These are the locking hasps that they call them. So this is an upgrade, but you're going to have a key lock there, where the other ones will just be a cam latch where you could put a padlock on them, but they are a nice latch. Stainless cam bar, that's standard on your flat top and your deluxe. So nice to do there. And then when you lock it, it locks itself. So it is nice that you're not flipping around. We'll show you on the barn door of the different style. It is a double spring assist ramp on all of them, but this is your self-mating ramp that I talked about. So you're gonna have a nice framework here all the way in, and it's gonna fit into that back end. We've added the flap. These are nice for when you're loading anything with wheels, any snowmobile with skis. There isn't that 3-inch bump to get up the ramp. You can see a little bit in the shot here, D-rings in the floor. We'll try and order, most trailers with some type of tie down, but we can definitely customize your trailer after the fact if it's here already, or ordering of exactly what you want on the walls or in the floor. A few of the standard features that I'll point out right here on this Thunder. Here's your standard plastic side vent. So again, this one's just facing backwards. The other one will be facing forward to bring air in, and this one's letting the air out. So that's your standard. You cannot open or close it, and it's always one way. So the cam bars on the ramp, I'll just highlight that. So you're flipping up this here and then moving that. That's the difference in that locking class, and then you're flipping that down, putting a padlock in it to lock it, where the other one's, again, self-locking, and it came with a key. But what I want to talk about bigger is the rear doors. So again, framework is going to go inside that rear header, I'll call it, or your rear frame of your trailer, and going to fit in. So on the bottom and on the top, that door is in that frame. So it's not doing this down the road whenever you're bouncing around or hitting potholes and that. That's part of the frame structure. That's going to give you more structure in your trailer. So that's the big thing that Legend does on their flat top and on their deluxe series trailers. Again, stainless cam bar on these, whether it's barn doors or ramp, but you don't have your locking hasp on this one. But yes, the barn doors are really a structure point, and that's what I want to highlight on a Legend trailer versus a lot of the other brands. So we're back to the start. We want to recap what we just talked about. We have 4 different trailers behind me, 2 brands, Weberlane, Legend. We're going to stock the Weberlane for the steel frame, aluminum side cargo trailer. We're going to stock the Legend for the all aluminum frame factor, and they do have 3 different models to choose from in their standard cargo series. Of course, they've got more of snowmobile trailers and deluxe cargos and all that you can see on their website, but this is what we're stocking here for, let's say, a single or small tandem axle trailer. So they had the Thunder series, the flat top, and the deluxe is right beside me. Hope you liked today's video. If you did, like and subscribe, and of course, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.